Unless anybody has anything specific they want to do, I'm going to go ahead and start making the engagement roll here. I'm going to jump right to the score.
Sounds good.
Shipping all of us in would be more daring, though. And then we could do that thing. It's like, you're going to be in the Trojan Rabbit. It's like, wait, you are going to be in the rabbit? Oh,
I was going to be in the
I think
rabbit.
shipping a child in there alone is pretty daring.
Well,
Also, someone else might say reckless.
The thing is, it can be so it can be small enough that like nobody would suspect it's a full-grown adult.
Yes.
So how are you going to contain Arthur? How are you going to be contained in this box? Is it just going to be you're like curled up, or
if it's an artifact, I would love it to be a sarcophagus or a mummy, or I could be Duff to Smoochie. I could be the
Wrap
most.
him up like a mummy. A child mummy.
Let's not go crazy.
Well, we'd have to be able to.
That's daring, though. Daring.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, how much detail do we have to put into things? Because basically,
like on the off
they're not going to open the box.
What if they do?
Yeah.
What if they do?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking for this
What if
detail,
they do?
just in case.
Then we put something on him, but I don't think we need to like create a sarcophagus.
No, we don't. That's
why I
that's
just
fine.
wrap
Okay.
him up like a mummy.
I just want something that looks like it's an artifact that I can be inside of.
Mm-hmm.
I could gold plate you.
Yeah.
What about a big urn?
That's how
Yeah,
people
big
die
urn.
of cancer 30 years later when you discover the gold plating is like carcinogenic.
Why don't we get a really
Do
cheap
people live that
urn
long
from
in
the
this
night
world?
market and put a bunch of fancy crap on it and then put him in it. And then put it in the box.
Oh.
And so it's not only do we get you in there, got this like really shitty big urn that is usually holds like rotting fish.
If they do open it, then they don't just see a child immediately right off the bat.
That's the point.
They're not going to open.
All. Yeah, they're not going to dig through.
The only part of this plan I care about is I don't want this to be that episode of Bones like 2 seasons back where some thieves came up with this plan, but the problem is that the thing that they put him in that sealed him in there,
he couldn't get out of.
No, it was like airtight, and so he died before he was like.
It's not gonna happen.
No.
Okay, so that's great. Good plan. You guys can get the urn. No problem there.
Decorate it.
Let's make an engagement roll. So get 1 die for sheer luck. Start off the bat. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Fuck yes.
Yeah?
We're smuggling a child in a giant pot.
I feel like this is so classic that this is actually just average.
I kind of agree.
I can't believe this is daring. It's such a typical plan.
I think it's some. I feel like
But
daring...
that's only part 1 of the plan. Part 2 is to actually rob the place.
Well, but everybody robs places. Like daring's like the extra.
Do what
Guys,
you want.
I told you.
Well, it's
make
okay.
daring.
So I need to step
if
back.
he was a child mummy, would it be daring?
It's up to you guys. I need to step back and let you guys take the reins. So
if
it's
we
up
made
to you.
it airtight.
Well,
and I have 30 seconds to get out.
If you really did a Houdini, then it would be
Okay.
truly
So
daring.
to make it daring, we're gonna handcuff me and fill the thing with water, and you give me a key that I have to swallow.
No, okay, so it's not daring. It's not daring. Okay, is the operation
You just have your
overly...
ghost friend help you.
Is the operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
It is.
Yeah.
No, it's
No,
not. It's
it
as
is.
easy as pie. You're sneaking a kid in there. He's gonna climb out of the vase or the urn at midnight and wake you guys
that's
up.
what happened.
It's hard for me to conceptualize this as easy.
We
I
have
could
to
never
sell.
imagine
We have to
doing
sell
it myself.
them as a.
A complex operation is like we've rigged 3 separate charges that need to blow at specific times.
Okay,
for
we'll
the
put
train to
charges in the
stop.
box.
Yeah, no, that's super easy. You just put the charges on and you press the buttons. You're done.
That's not easy. Coordinating time between
Everything
explosions is
sounds
hard.
easy when you
Yeah,
just
have you
say
ever,
it really
have
fast.
you ever watched the fireworks at the Space Needle? They haven't gone right in the last 5 years.
That's why I don't watch the fireworks.
It's not
at the
contingent on many
Space
factors, so you
Needle.
don't lose a dice. Alright. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Yes.
You're playing off of his desire of antiques. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special perpetuation? That's mostly on me. They do not. Not in this case. You guys will get past the lightning barrier just fine.
That's what
because you're not
happens when we
ghosts.
think this through too much.
Yeah.
When we were like, oh, we have to execute this so well, and then
We do it too
we come
well.
up with something so like
good plan.
so good that it's not even like
This
hard
game
anymore.
wants you to have a bad plan.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, actually, we should have worse plans, guys.
Then
will be daring.
I hop over
You
the
come
lightning rail.
Yeah, then James will be impressed instead of just scoff at us.
I don't see you
I
guys are doing
disguise
great.
myself as a fountain.
Can any of
I
you-
am.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? I don't
They
think
already
so.
have.
Where?
the whole point of
with Arkady.
Yeah.
All right, I'll buy that.
We wouldn't have known if it wasn't for.
Are any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation? Yes. Okay, take -1d.
I guess we don't know when the other group will be playing.
That's...
So it'd be awkward if it's like,
I think they'll... we
They
both show up.
Vase? They steal the vase with you in it?
No, guys. We both show up. They have the exact same plan. They're as just
let's find out. Let's find out
they
what
have
happens.
their box.
Let's find out.
Oh,
what
we
happens.
have a kid and they have a little person.
Are there any other elements that you want to consider? Maybe lower tier target will give you +1d. Maybe a higher tier target will give you -1d. I think 2 is pretty good for this engagement roll. So here we go. 2 dice.
Who wants to roll it?
Let's see what situation
You're
you guys
the
end
team
up
captain.
in when this starts.
Am I the team captain?
You
Ryan's
are.
the
You
captain.
own.
I saw Ryan's hand
Ryan's the
shaking.
captain. She's the spider.
Yeah, it's true.
Ryan is our
Spider.
leader.
String puller. Dice roller.
Oh, captain, my captain. Dice cam. Get on the dice cam.
Dice cam. 4.
Not good.
Okay, so we start in a risky position.
Fine.
Not good.
4 and 5 are
daring
basically the
position.
same.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So, so we'll cut right to when you've got the urn in there. You guys take this urn by, and you're carrying Arthur in it, and 2 servants arrive at the front gate. This house is like it's
How
in
many
6.
of us are delivering the box?
I would assume all of you.
Yeah.
I always assume all of you go out in a score.
Are we acting like it's
but-
a big heavy?
But it's up to you to tell me when you come in and when you go out.
Are we wearing uniforms? They're called dirty.
Here's do we bring this in a car or do we just bring it?
You don't have. There's
There are no
cars.
cars.
Yeah.
We brought it in our Trojan horse.
No,
Do we just wheel it in?
You can rent a cab.
Yeah,
a
you have to
cabbie.
Uber it in.
They have carriages drawn by goats that you could rent.
Okay, 2 of us to bring the box and 1 for the signing process.
The brawniest goats.
Okay.
Who wants to be the clipboard?
I should be clipboard.
I'm clipboard. We're
Okay.
gonna.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're carrying the
I was going to volunteer, so
before we go any further, you guys need to all pick load.
Okay.
Definitely
no.
Oh, we
documents.
picked this now?
No. Don't pick items. You pick the amount of items you have access to.
Normal.
And remember, if it's italicized, it doesn't count towards your load.
Now, is this load strictly for the process of getting him into the house?
This entire score. So the process of you guys getting him in, and then you guys coming back later at night to rob the place.
I'm thinking maybe heavy.
I'm gonna carry it through. So with heavy you get a lot of stuff, but when people look at you, they'll be like, "That guy's got things on him." So it'll make your disguise rolls harder, is what I'm saying.
But my thought process. So you have your load during the disguise process, and then
a different one for the evening.
Yeah, that's what my thought.
That's fine.
Was.
Yeah, we can do that. We can say you have like 3 now and 6 later.
Because I would think if I'm disguised earlier, I'm not gonna have like a gun on me.
Okay.
But when I come back later, I'm gonna be armed to the.
Yeah, I'm gonna have light right now.
Sure.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
light. Yeah, light.
And I'm gonna have.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to.
This house has it's in 6 towers, so it's like
It's 6 towers.
No. It's 6 towers is the name of the district it resides in.
I was joking.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like,
Oh,
it's like so.
So 2 times?
It's in 6 towers, so it is 6 towers.
Yeah.
real quick,
Oh,
what
it's
is an
literally-
ectoplasm vial?
Yeah, I have a silence vial
Ectoplasm
too.
vial is a vial of ectoplasm, which is ghostly residue.
What does it do?
Slumber
It's
essence.
gross.
Is it so I can slip in and out of
Yeah.
chains easily because it's slippery? Is
No.
it like KY jelly for the
You
ghosts?
can
It's
gross out your friends.
No, it's
like-
You
it's a
have
weird
ecstasy.
whisper tool you could bring into an attune roll maybe to have more sway over a ghost.
Okay, so
or
Trans
control, or
powder.
maybe ward off
Ecstasy.
ghosts with it. It's kind of up to your interpretation.
Okay, so it doesn't have a specific in-game function.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can look it up in a sec. Some of the items do.
that's fine.
I'll check.
Do I drink a silence potion or do I throw it on the ground like a grenade?
I don't think that'd be very silent.
I would argue.
What if it was silent?
I would argue.
I
that
throw it. It's literally just a vial that doesn't make sound when I throw it on the ground.
That's fine if that's what you.
No,
And I
that's
throw
not what I
it
want.
on the
That's not what I want.
ground.
Alright.
I want to drink it and be
I have
silent.
slumber essence.
Making jokes. All right. 6 towers. Here we go.
That's all I do, James. I'm not good for anything else.
All right.
The suit that makes the man.
Yeah. So this is
Oh, jeez.
kind of like a slightly nicer area of the city, but it's also like the older area of the city. So it's a lot of old mansions that are run down and kind of dilapidated. This is where the old money lives. They've been here a long time. It's right north of Charter Hall, so it's close to that.
Is Capitol Hill?
Yeah, it is actually. That's a really good reference. This house sits kind of on a grassy hill that's kind of sticks out of the central part of the city like a pimple, and the grassy hill rises up with
like
grass
a knoll, perhaps.
There's a wrought iron fence that goes around like a knoll.
I'm still caught up on the pimple.
Yeah, I know. It's like
that's what it looks like.
Ew!
Like wow, you had so many metaphors.
Sometimes stuff oozes out of the top of.
Actually, there's a wrought iron fence that goes around the entirety of the perimeter. But it's a small wrought iron spiked fence at the top, mostly for decoration rather than security. Okay. Some of the bars are bent and twisted in certain ways. You notice that despite the housing staff being present, the garden is actually a little overgrown. There's some ivy growing up the sides of the house and stuff like that.
Nice, they don't do their job.
Yeah, it's obvious that either Voris doesn't really care about the appearance of his house, or the housing staff doesn't care. Like there's some miscommunication going on between them. It probably what it is that Voris stopped disciplining them a long time ago, and they're just like, we don't care. We can not do our jobs and still get paid. So, yeah,
nice. I like these people.
So there is a path.
Do you really want to work for this guy?
There is a pathway that leads you up the like a small dirt pathway that leads you up from the wrought iron gate all the way up to the front door of the manor. It has 2 solid wood doors. As you pass by the iron gate to get up to the manor, there are these large pylons with circular metallic cones at the top of them, and every now and then you see this arc of like white lightning jump between them. So these are the
white lightning.
These are the lightning towers, personal lightning towers of Lord Voris that keep ghosts out of his estate. If any ghosts were to cross over those, it would either be driven away by the residual energy crackling through the ghost field, or vaporized instantaneously upon contact. So, you guys get this urn up the dirt path and get it to the front door, and the door opens, and you see this rather tired-looking maid dressed in this kind of standard maid outfit, black dress with a white apron on the front, white lily hat. Little kind of in the French style, but there's no reference for that, so it's actually the Arkodian style in this world. And she opens the door a crack and kind of leans out, and she sees...
Now, did we clarify that our faces are also going to have some makeup on?
They can be if you want.
That's
totally
going to be very clear,
so, we'll get to this more as we start to make plans as we're in the middle of a score.
Yeah.
But there is have I explained flashbacks yet? The mechanic flashbacks?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so there's a mechanic in this game called flashbacks where if you suddenly realize you want to have done something to make a score go differently or smoother, you can do something called a flashback. And a flashback basically lets you take an action in the past that can affect the score now. Depending on how audacious that action is, I assign an amount of stress you have to pay. That goes from 0 to 2, 2 being the most audacious. Well, you can't...
It's pretty much what we normally do, yeah.
Yeah, you can't use flashbacks. You can't use flashbacks to change something that's already been presented in the fiction. So, like, this maid, you couldn't be like, oh no, we killed her the night before.
Well,
she's here now.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it clear that, like, if I'm impersonating a particular person, I'll have a particular, like, makeup of sorts.
Yeah.
He doesn't
But if we're just doing some generic something, like a generic police officer, generic UPS person, then
just enough to make our
I'm still not going to use my real face.
Yeah, I'm always going to assume that when you're out on a score and you tell me you're going in disguise, people aren't going to be able to tell who you are unless an action roll dictates otherwise. You guys are there, and this tired-looking maid opens the door. She's probably from Aruvia. She's got like kind of dark tan skin, and she leans out the door kind of a little bit and looks at all of you standing with this urn. And she says, "Can I help you?"
Good day, madam. Do you mind signing for Lord Voris? We have a delivery here for him.
The master is not presently at home, and I was not informed of any delivery.
That's quite odd. From here, it looks like I have the manifest all squared away, and I have pull out a document.
Okay, mark them off.
Show her, and I'm like,
so she.
And it has like a stamp.
Okay. So she like takes the manifests from you and she starts looking it over.
Where do you want us set it down?
I just cause
Yeah, this thing's pretty heavy.
give me a moment here.
Okay, ma'am.
May I quickly point out that they're not just carrying an urn through the streets? That
No,
it's in a
box.
yeah,
straw in a
It's
box.
like on a, it's like on a
Alright.
cart.
Gotcha.
Because that would be moronic. It's like, urn, please.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Ah,
Are there stairs in the
child
front?
falls.
Like, are we carrying this
Mission
upstairs?
You can't really see into the house. She's only got the door open.
No, I mean like up the walk. Like
No, it's a dirt path that goes up,
Oh, gotcha.
and it just leads right up to the door.
Cool. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's not very fancy.
What do you guys want to do? She doesn't look too convinced.
I'm waiting for her to.
So you guys need to take actions in this game if you want things to progress and move
What?
forward
You
in
have to
certain
do
cases.
things.
So you should
Yeah.
you should press her and be like, you know, we're on a
Like-
tight schedule.
Yeah, okay.
And you know.
Like
Yeah,
this
don't
is,
give
this
up
isn't,
so easily.
This isn't
Well,
something
no,
that
no,
can
no.
wait.
She's not giving up, but basically, like
I was waiting for her
press
reaction.
press it that like if we don't deliver
No.
this, then he's probably gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Listen, all I'm telling you is that I have something here saying this was ordered by Lord Voris. If we don't deliver this today, you could be looking at a delayed delivery time of 3 weeks, a month, maybe more. I mean, these documents like take a long time to reprocess.
Bureaucracy. That's why I'm
Yeah.
the one that just carries the heavy strap.
Okay.
I don't deal with paperwork.
So in this game, I can, but I'm not supposed to call for action rolls.
Okay, well, I was doing. I guess
That would probably be sway.
I don't have any in sway,
I have sway.
You have sway?
but you can't do that for me.
Wouldn't that be sway?
You can assist her.
You can assist.
I
me.
can assist her. I've got 2 in sway.
Does assist care about his value of sway, or just add a dice?
No, it just
Maybe
adds
I
a
should
dice.
maybe I should just say what she just said instead of her having.
Sure.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So he's like, ma'am. So you know, the way that this stuff works is if we don't bring it now, we're gonna have to take it back. It takes much longer. It just bogs down the process. That's why I don't deal with paperwork. I'm the only one just carrying heavy shit. So I mean, what's your boss gonna think if we don't bring it in today?
I mean, if he's okay with that.
Is he here?
No, the Lord isn't presently in.
Oh.
Oh, well,
May-
I mean, maybe we should bring it.
We were told he was going to be here.
Wait,
Uh.
may I interject even though I'm in a Voss and I'm not here to interact with the 3 of you?
Some
or is that
muffles
not-
No,
come from
that's
the
fine.
box.
Because the thing is that I feel like the pressure should be put on her.
Mhm.
So you guys should suggest that basically you guys will get in trouble. Because if you just take it back, they could say you guys didn't
And what's
bring
your
it.
name, ma'am?
Yeah. So basically, what you
Oh, I
should
was thinking that
argue-
she probably doesn't give a shit of whether we're in trouble.
Right,
or
but
not.
what you should say is that look, we need you to sign for this. We don't have to leave it, or we can just leave it on the steps, or we can take it back. But we need someone to acknowledge that we got here,
I'm just gonna like.
and
I'm
we
just
want
gonna.
someone's name on the record. And if you're the one saying we can't bring it in,
Yeah.
we need your name.
I'm just gonna start writing on this, and I'm saying out loud: refused by maid.
Okay, so this is all great stuff. It's good role playing, but to make things happen in this
Okay,
game,
I don't know if this is a commander or a sway. though.
I'll
Which
roll.
it's
I'll
up to you.
I'll roll for a sway.
you can roll. Yeah.
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 yeah,
that's
you
fine.
can
Go for a
decide
sway.
if you're going to try to
With
sway
an
or to
assist.
command.
So, because it works differently from most systems, Ryan, I'm not calling for things. You guys, it's a
Okay.
sandbox, so you
Yeah.
guys have to push it forward.
Yeah, I'm using sway. I have 2, and I guess somebody else.
Unless I
Sorry.
tell you don't need to roll. But
Sorry.
She's over
No, it's
here.
it's a new thing.
Yeah.
She's over here checking boxes.
I'll
Is that an extra thing, or do I
command.
just do 2?
No, so you can
There's
assist
definitely-
him
there's
if you
definitely
want.
an
You can pay
assist.
1 stress and assist if you want to do that. There's a
Sure.
number of things you can do. You
That's a
can.
good deal.
So I'm gonna set you at controlled great effect because you got the documents and you're in these disguises. So it's a controlled position, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's likely to believe you.
Okay. So how many? 3?
Yeah,
How many
I'm
do you have
taking
in
the
sway?
stress.
I have 2.
And then
People
she's
always
giving you
just
1.
sign for stuff,
Oh,
whatever
there?
it is. Figure it out later.
6.
Yeah,
All right.
I saw that one and I thought doom.
So you got it. So she glances at you and she goes, "Oh, I don't want to make the master angry. Yes, okay, please. Yes, come right in."
Thanks a lot, man.
She looks a little frail. She doesn't look like she wants to have to lift this box.
Well,
herself.
So don't
we're
worry.
Oh,
good
that's
then.
why we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she like signs the document hurriedly. You notice that she forges Lord Voris' signature on it and then passes it back over to you.
Oh.
I see what
Where
you
do
did there.
Where do you think you would want us to put it down?
So as she like pulls the door back to open into the mansion house, you can see that this house has it's hardwood. It's a hardwood floor, but the boards are old, and it looks like they've kind of been soaked with water a little bit, which is weird.
Does
They
their
look a
house
little
look like
swollen.
the Addams Family house, kind of?
I don't know what that looks like, but it's a little swollen. And as soon as you look in, you look right in, and there are two doors to either side.
Dilapidated
It's a wide open foyer with a huge kind of very gaudy chandelier. Doesn't really fit with the rest of the room. And there is a stairway that goes right up straight, and then two stairs that kind of fork off from that, going up in either directions. In the center of that, you get to the top of the first flight of stairs. Right there, there's this massive portrait of this old kind of feeble man bent double over this, and he's got his hand on the back of this red chair, and he's got this like gray goatee and this open eye, and he's like staring out. Yeah, you recognize it as a portrait of Lord Boris. It's crooked. It must have been a recent self-portrait. Or not self-portrait, recent portrait.
When you said water soaked, did you mean like recently, or does it look like it's just been warped from a long time ago?
Warped from a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So she lets you into the house, and she goes, most of Lord Boris's antiques are placed on the second floor. I'll show you the way. And she got this ring of keys, and she like leads you up the stairs and into the second floor, and unlocks the door. And as she does,
I know, right?
As she does, you guys can see that there's this room she lets you in, which has these glass cases on all four panels of the room.
A room she has keys.
And then a circular wooden desk that just it's built so it's like a half circle, and then there's a chair sitting that, so you can look at the artifacts and examine them. There are all manner of knickknacks and various baubles in this glass case.
Is there a way to just?
You guys could probably give them a look over if you wanted to take an action to do so.
I'm not gonna look them over.
Look over what?
The artifacts and stuff in the glass cases.
I'm definitely looking them over.
You should go super slow and outward to case out as much of information as possible.
How are you going to do that? What do you think you're rolling?
Sorbet.
Okay. You want to push yourself or anything?
What does that cost? 2 stress?
Yeah.
For a dice?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome home, honey.
Bye. So 1 dot lets me roll 1 dice.
Yes, 1 dot per dice.
So
I'm gonna push myself because I'm greedy. I can't help it.
Okay, cool. So pay 2 stress. We'll call this a fortune roll. So it's not going to be consequences. It's going to be how well you can spot stuff. So you will succeed. We're just seeing how well.
Double sixes.
Oh, double sixes?
No, double sixes.
Oh, those are sixes. Oh, that's a crit.
That's the 6
Yeah,
symbol.
the sorting button.
That's a critical. So mark off 2 stress on your sheet.
if you have more than 1 6, or is it if every one of them is 6?
No, so if you roll 2 6s, if you can roll 2 dice or more, and you roll 2 6s, it's a crit, which means the effect that you had gets increased. So in this case, it was controlled great because it's a fortune roll, so it's controlled extreme.
All right.
Yeah. If I had rolled 3 6s, would Satan have come up? Satan would come up and then offer me all of the intel.
Who's this helping? All right.
I was hoping that right. It's always Satan. I was hoping that double sixes means not only does he get the information, but he had an opportunity to actually steal it right then and there.
Ooh, that would be sweet.
Well, it is a crit. It's inside a glass case.
I mean, given the choice between instant gratification or more knowledge,
the staff.
You
is
know
so
what
lazy,
I would pick.
They forgot to lock the case.
Oh my god, you're gonna actually try to steal stuff.
That's fair.
Right now.
I think with a crit,
I'm
that's
a daring
totally
master
possible.
thief.
So you just you just do it. That's a good. I mean, so the action you were taking, the intent was to survey to see what was.
It was, yeah.
So technically, this is a little bit of a, but I think it fits. So
can he relieve stress for that?
No. So you can glance around the room and you see all these artifacts and stuff, and you realize immediately that most of these are just worthless. A couple of these you're pretty sure you've seen sold down at the night market as knickknacks for tourists, right?
So it's a dummy.
But there are a few.
They are knickknacks for Nick.
They are literally knickknacks. I'm gonna knack those.
There are a few that have some worth to them. You can see silver plate. There's some weird statues. There's this weird curved lion statue that has the paws curved up like this, and its head bent low, and you can tell it's got real silver in the eyes inside there and stuff. So there are a couple of things that you can snatch. So you can snatch and get a coin from one of the artifacts. You just kind of swipe off the wall. You don't know
a coin's worth.
Yeah, just one
Do
coin.
any of us notice
Nice.
You don't know if it has magical significance.
I don't know.
Do you guys want to notice it?
I'm being
you know what?
aware of the situation right
Okay.
now.
He and I are the ones that are responsible for holding this box up. I definitely notice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
you're okay with them noticing?
I actually can't help it. I couldn't be bothered who notices.
All right. So
at this
yeah, you guys
point.
totally see him do this. The maid is oblivious. So you guys set the box down just fine. Like Arthur is in place, and you're just like, they didn't want this case.
So that just goes to the regular point, right?
You can put it there. You can actually write it down in your notes too if you want to keep.
Did I steal
track.
anything
world without
specific? Did you
cameras.
say?
Just the lion statue. Yeah.
Lion statue.
World
You
full
also
of
get the
lions.
sense that this isn't the real stuff, right? Like this is the stuff he shows off to house guests and stuff. The more rare antiques and odder artifacts must be somewhere else in the house.
Remember, he worships some
Gotcha.
weird god.
Well, he may or may not.
May or may not. This is the god right here, the lion statue.
Okay, so you guys set this urn down, and unless anybody wants to do anything else,
I think that's about it, ma'am.
she nods and goes, great, excellent. Well, I will certainly tell the Lord you came by, and yes, have a good day, yes.
Yeah, you take care.
Okay. And so she shuts the door on your way out.
Does attuning to the ghost field create an external manifestation?
Yeah, you want to use
Or
ghost
is
to
it
spy.
personal?
Not unless you want it
Let's use a
to.
ghost to spy.
Because I want, once we're in, I'd like to attune to the ghost field to get a sense of what may be going on in the house. And what I mean by
I
that
see.
is
That
whether
makes
or not
sense.
there's a lot of ghostly
spies.
activity. Does it seem like the barriers are working,
Mm-hmm.
or if there's like angry dead ghosts here, it's like, oh, there's
Yep.
more going on here than one right
That's
near
cool.
us.
Before you do that, really quick, I should amend this. So most of the time, a tune won't be obvious.
Right.
But if there's another whisper in play or something like that, sometimes a consequence could be them
They could
noticing
sense
you.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes ghosts that can happen too. You know, it's
Gotcha.
always a risk. So yeah, you're testing for that. You're using a tune.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this is a risky standard action. That makes sense
Oh.
to me.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
And it's just the 2 dots, right?
Yeah. And when are you doing this?
Like
At what
after,
time?
almost immediately after they've left, and I feel like I've just been put into place.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I'm gonna wait like 10 or 15 minutes.
I love the idea that like you're a haunted artifact.
Yeah, right? Because if something weird happens, then there's like, oh, the box is shaking. It's like, oh, ghosts are here.
I'm assuming we left like something in the box for him to get out.
I like to think that I would get out through the opening at the top of the urn.
But the urn's not in there by it's in a the urn is in a box.
Yes. Hopefully
Yeah.
you guys didn't seal it with like
It's
gorilla glue.
airtight.
No need to worry about minutia like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
It's like
How-
5.
Okay,
How do
so
you do
you
that?
do it, but there's a complication.
Put child locks on there.
Because it's risky. Child locks.
Yeah. In order to get out of the box, you have to push
My
down
boil
into it.
again.
You're clawing at it.
Okay,
You're like, I
so
have to push and
I'm going to
twist?
say for the consequence here, you have reduced effect.
Okay.
So when standard now you have limited effect.
Sure.
So the only thing you sense when you attune to the ghost field in this house, what does it look like when you attune to the ghost field and you're looking for stuff like this?
Ooh, I would like it to be like that, the classic, you know, your eyes just turn glowy white.
Okay, cool. But like,
Byakugan!
what is
Like the
what-
Undertaker.
what does the camera see? Like when we're looking at Arthur and like imagine that we saw through Arthur's sensory vision.
Sure.
What would the camera see?
Oh, like from my perspective.
Yeah, what's the predator vision?
Oh, I literally want it to be Byakugan.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sweet. Okay, cool. So it just goes like that. There's like this wave. So the one thing you can sense at this house is there seems to be some sort of faint, like rhythmic pulse coming out of the lowest part of this house. You'd imagine it's the basement, and it's like slowly pulsing out and washing out through the ghost field. And you can tell that it washes out and it hits the lightning barriers and then stops at the lightning barriers. But it's this constant pulse that goes at about like 60 beats per.
There's
per
something
minute.
evil down there.
It's his god that he worships.
This may ruin the whole
Um,
plan.
What
Look at
kind
the
of thing it
dialogue.
is, what's giving out that pulse, you don't know with limited effect, and there may be more you didn't see because of limited effect.
There may be a subplot.